So the Young Turks did some investigating to the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, or the DCCC, and what they found was disturbing. Essentially, they found that the DCCC has so many tricks to strangle progressive candidates. I'll just start reading. Okay, the first thing, this was in a memo. Although the memo does not mention the highly contentious 2016 presidential primary, it includes a requirement that the campaign must agree not to engage in tactics that do harm to our chances of winning a general election. The memo does not identify what tactics it is prohibiting. Now here's the problem with that. I've talked about this time after time on the show before. The only thing a primary has ever done is strengthen a party. Republicans had 17 primary opponents in the 2016 election. Democrats had 6, only technically 3 of which got anywhere. I'm being nice and including Martin O'Malley in that. Democrats, I think about 8 or 9 of them made it to the primaries. And they won because of that. There was stiff competition in several congressional districts during 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016 with Tea Partiers. And they won because of that. The only thing primaries do is it makes a party stronger, because it's not like, typically there isn't a huge bust movement. The only time there's a huge bust movement is when the person who wins the primary is like, I'm going to win either way, which is exactly what Hillary Clinton did. And I guarantee you, if she had actual competition in the primary, I mean beyond Bernie Sanders, I mean like O'Malley, Webb, you know, and a few others, and Chafee and the other guy, I forget who the other guy was. You know, all just stood up there, and they all started appealing to other sects of the Democratic Party. There would have been stiff competition, and Clinton would have had done something, and she probably would have won. Because more competition only equals better campaigns. Here's some more. Campaigns also must hold a unity event with their primary opponents following a primary. That doesn't even make any sense. So, let me get this straight. That would mean that no matter what tactics are used, and there have been some horrible tactics used in primaries. Off the very top of my head, in the 2000 election, Karl Rove, when he was working on Bush's campaign, made a whole bunch of calls saying John McCain had an illegitimate child, a black child, with a prostitute. According to these rules, John McCain would have gone up there and said, yeah, I unify. No, some people don't deserve unity. And that's what happens. They want unity. They want everyone to be just this one big thing. And at that point, what's the point of having a primary? If just everyone's just going to say, we're all the same anyway, there's no point in having a primary. And you people wonder why people get disinterested in politics. Here's some more. The memo also mandates that the candidates preserve at least 75% of all the funds they raise for paid communication, which is seen as code for TV advertising. At a time when less and less people are watching television, at a time when it's mainly focusing on online media, you're going to be like, no, you see, TV advertisement, that's the way to go. Oh my god. And you want the perfect example of TV advertising failing? You want to know how much Clinton spent in Florida as opposed to Trump? She spent 53 times more. Trump still won Florida. Because you need, because you need these other ads. And you want to know why the DCC is doing this? It's specifically to rig the system against the progressive candidates. Because do not get us wrong, the system is rigged against progressives. It has been for decades. That's why Bernie failed. That's why almost any other, that's why we need Justice Democrats, to provide actual competition to say we're not backing down. That's it. I'm Ephrom, and good night.